Welcome to Bible Quiz Paradise. Today's challenge: 50 rapid-fire true or false questions from the Bible. Let's see how many you can get right. Question 1. The Bible has only one author. True or false? That was false. The Bible has multiple authors inspired by God. Question 2. Jesus was born in Jerusalem. True or false? That was false. Jesus was born in Bethlehem. The Great Flood occurred during Moses' lifetime. False. The flood was earlier than Moses, in the days of Noah. True or false? David was the first king of Israel. False. It was Saul who was the first king. Question 5. Jesus had 12 apostles. That was true. The 10 Commandments were given to Moses on Mount Sinai. That was also true. True or false? Jonah was swallowed by a whale. True, Jonah was swallowed by a whale or a great fish. Jesus was crucified on a Saturday. True or false? False. Jesus was crucified on a Friday. The biblical figure Job had no children. That was false. Job had quite a number of children. True or false? The walls of Jericho fell after 7 days. That was true. Solomon built the first temple in Jerusalem. True. David had the plans and prepared for the temple, but his son Solomon actually built it. Jesus turned water into wine at the wedding in Cana. That's also true, and John tells us that it was the first miracle or beginning of signs that Jesus did. Next question. Abraham had only one son. False. Abraham had multiple sons. Elijah was taken to heaven in a chariot of fire. True. 2 Kings tells us that, suddenly a chariot of fire appeared with horses of fire, and Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. True or false? King David wrote the entire book of Psalms. False. There were also psalms written by Moses, Solomon, and others. Jesus walked on water. Yes, he did. I bet you remember that famous account. The city of Sodom was destroyed by a flood. False. Genesis tells us that the Lord rained brimstone and fire on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. This text was used by the early Christian apologist Justin Martyr to argue for the Trinity and that God is more than one person. Question 18. King Herod killed John the Baptist. If you answered true, you got it right. The Apostle Paul was one of Jesus' original 12 apostles. False. Paul came a bit later. The Bible contains 66 books. True. 39 in the Old Testament and 27 in the New. Question 20. The biblical figure Samuel was the first king of Israel. False. Saul was the first king. Jesus' Sermon on the Mount occurred in Jerusalem. That was false. The sermon was given in northern Israel, near the Sea of Galilee. The Apostle Peter was crucified. History tells us that Peter was crucified upside down. In the Bible, Jesus tells Peter in John 21, "When you are old, you will stretch out your hands, and another will gird you and carry you where you do not wish." This he spoke, signifying by what death he would glorify God. The city of Nineveh was destroyed immediately after Jonah's warning. That is false. The city was spared on account of their repentance. Question 25. King Saul consulted a medium. True or false? Unfortunately, that is true. How about this one? The biblical figure Ruth was an Israelite. That is false. Ruth was a Moabite, which is a descendant of Lot. Are you ready for more? Click on the video above for part 2 of this 50-question rapid-fire, true or false quiz. How was your score? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.